On this episode, learn why I'm relaunching this podcast, what I'll be covering, and how you can get your landing page questions answered.
You're listening to Landing Page School, presented by Growth Marketer. This is where you'll find bite-sized insights on landing page design, A/B testing, and conversion optimization, helping you turn more of your website visitors into leads and customers. And now, here's your host, Nicholas Scalise.
Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the relaunch of Landing Page School. I'm your host, Nicholas Scalise, and on this short episode, I want to cover why I'm doing this relaunch, what this podcast is all about, whether this is your very first time listening to the show or whether you're coming over from the previous version of this podcast. And I want to tell you what's in store for the future because we have a lot of things changing, but also some things are staying the same, and I want to lay it all out. So this will be a relatively quick episode, and then we'll have a lot more in-depth episodes as we go forward. So like I said, my name is Nicholas, and I'm the founder of Growth Marketer and also the founder of a marketing agency called Earnworthy. And my background is in digital marketing, specifically growth marketing and conversion optimization, meaning that we do a lot of work with landing page optimization and all the different things that we're going to be talking about on this podcast series. So what is Landing Page School? Well, Landing Page School is a concept that I created all the way back in 2018. And it was a podcast, it was a website, it was a community. There's a whole bunch to it. But what happened over the years is that I wanted to cover more than just landing pages. And so I created another brand called growthmarketer.co. That's my main brand. And that's where I basically rolled in all the stuff that I've been talking about with the Landing Page School concept. I've rolled all that content into the growthmarketer.co umbrella. And so that sort of left the Landing Page School podcast sort of orphaned because I have a couple other podcasts that I also produce. And eventually, I wanted to come back around and do something with Landing Page School. So instead of this being a complete brand and a complete community and everything surrounding it, instead, Landing Page School is now just a podcast. It's a podcast that's part of this larger umbrella organization called Growth Marketer. And a lot of this is not that important to know, but for those of you who are curious about why so much has changed with Landing Page School over the years, hopefully that clarifies it. So now Landing Page School is no longer an independent brand. It is just a podcast under the Growth Marketer family of brands. But in terms of content, I'm still going to be sharing the very best landing page design, A/B testing, and conversion optimization insights every week in 20 minutes or less on this podcast. And the reason I'm doing a relaunch is that I covered a lot of these topics already. In fact, I recorded over 88 episodes of the Landing Page School podcast going all the way back to January of 2018. But what I realized is A, a lot of that information is now outdated. B, I could have done a lot of it better because I really didn't know what I was doing when I was first starting with this podcast. And C, a lot of these tactics and techniques have changed and evolved as marketing has changed. So I wanted to do this from scratch. I wanted to start over and really give it a different take. And so that's why I'm relaunching this show from the beginning. There's a lot of other benefits to doing this relaunch. One, it's going to fit in with the Growth Marketer brand a lot better. And also, I'll be able to cover new tools that in many cases didn't even exist back when I first started the Landing Page School podcast in 2018. So that's why we're going to start out with the very basics, and we'll probably jump around here and there with the episodes. And some episodes will be very basic, like the next one in this series is basically what is a landing page, where I will give you my definition of a landing page. I'll share some other definitions that are out there from popular marketing blogs and sort of let you walk away with this really robust definition where we break down every single part of the definition so you know 100% what a landing page is and how it can benefit your company, your website, your brand, whatever it may be that you're doing. And then we'll get more in depth with future episodes. We'll talk about things like what is A/B testing and what are some tools you should be using. And we'll get as in depth as you want to get. In fact, we'll do episodes about how to optimize a form on a landing page or how to optimize for e-commerce versus for lead generation. There's so many different topics that we will be covering. But like I said, for this very first introductory relaunch of the podcast, I just wanted to cover some of the basics, give you the overall idea and give you a little bit of a sense of how the podcast is going to be different moving forward. One other thing that I would love to mention before we wrap up and before you can start listening to some of the more meaningful episodes where we actually cover something really important is that if you have a topic in mind or you have a question that you would like to see me answer on one of these podcast episodes, as long as it has something to do with landing page design, A/B testing, or conversion optimization. So in other words, as long as it helps you convert more of your website visitors into leads and customers, and I can cover it in less than 20 minutes, feel free to reach out and let me know, and I would love to get that topic included in a future episode. So you have lots of different ways you can contact me. You can check out the show notes for all the links, or you could simply go to growthmarketer.co. That is my main site, and that's where you'll find all my contact information. You can send a message, you can reach out on Twitter or LinkedIn, whatever works best for you. So that's going to do it for this introductory relaunch of the show. I'm really excited to finally be getting around to this. And, this show, it's been something that's sort of been a passionate side project of mine for many years. And then it sort of just died out. But I'm so excited to bring it back alive. And hopefully we're going to learn a lot together. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of my very best marketing insights that are specifically geared to helping you convert more of your website visitors into leads and customers. So if you haven't already subscribed to this podcast, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button in the podcast player of your choice. We're on all the major platforms, and that way you're not going to miss any of the future episodes, which will come out weekly. Also, finally, I have to say that if you are looking for the best tool to use to build your landing pages, a tool that I'm going to be mentioning again and again on future episodes is Unbounce. This is one of my favorite tools in any type of category, but specifically when it comes to landing pages, this is a game changer. And so something that I've done recently, this is another really exciting update, is I've partnered with Unbounce to bring you a very special promotion where you can try Unbounce absolutely free for 14 days. But on top of that, you can also get 20% off if you decide to stick with it after the 14 days and you end up buying Unbounce or purchasing Unbounce to use on a monthly basis or an annual basis, however you want to do it. But Unbounce is a very easy drag and drop landing page builder. They have lots of templates. They have so many different features that we're going to be talking about, and some of them are pretty advanced. There's a feature called Smart Traffic that is changing the way you test and optimize landing pages. That's just one of many features. So for now, I encourage you to go check out Unbounce, and you can use my special partner link to get that 14-day free trial, absolutely free. And if you decide to stick with it, you'll get that 20% discount. So you can check it out by going to landingpageschool.com/unbounce or hit the link in the show notes. That's landingpageschool.com/unbounce. That's going to do it for this one. So in the next episode, we'll look at what a landing page is, and I'll give you those definitions. So I'll see you in the next episode.
Landing Page School is presented by Growth Marketer and produced by Earnworthy LLC.